Ever wondered why Ferrari SF-23 struggled with aerodynamic inconsistencies? To understand that, let's go back to the start of 2023 Formula One Championship. Ferrari kicked off the year with an evolved version of the 2022 car, a promising beast that initially rivaled Red Bull, but eventually faded away. The SF-23, a testament to Ferrari's engineering prowess, showed potential, especially over one lap. It was a glimmer of hope, a promise of speed. But as the races unfolded, a different narrative began to emerge. The SF-23, while impressive on paper, grappled with wild aerodynamic inconsistencies. These issues were particularly evident on hot, high downforce circuits, where the car seemed to struggle to maintain its race pace. Despite a promising start, the SF-23 soon began to show signs of struggle, leading Ferrari to embark on an aggressive development project in Maranello. But as we'll soon discover, this project had its own set of challenges and limitations. In Maranello, Ferrari worked tirelessly to mitigate the SF-23's weaknesses and improve its aerodynamic load. They embarked on an aggressive development project, launching a range of updates to the car. But alas, the race pace issues that plagued the SF-23 persisted. Chassis chief Enrico Cardile shed some light on the issue. He revealed that the SF-23's chassis was a limiting factor, restricting how much more they could achieve. Their first attempt at improvement involved changing the spring package, altering the floor and bodywork. This was followed by another step in Austria. However, they hit a wall, reaching the limitations of what they could do with the chassis. The problem was that Ferrari had taken a direction with the SF-23 that, in hindsight, was not the most profitable. This was a tough pill to swallow for the team, who had invested so much time and energy into this project. Despite their best efforts, Ferrari soon realized that the direction they had taken with the SF-23 was not the most profitable. Ferrari's struggles with the SF-23 were largely due to the limitations of its chassis. This isn't just an observation, but a reality that came to light as the Maranello team found the SF-23's chassis a limiting factor of much more it could achieve. The design of the car's chassis and other packaging choices played a significant role in limiting its redevelopment. The constraints were tied predominantly to the side pods. Ferrari decided to place the lower of the mandatory side impact spars as high as they could. In retrospect, this decision came back to bite them. This was not just a design flaw, but a strategic miscalculation. The main difference between the Ferrari car and the Red Bull-style car was under the radiator inlet and the pod design. The Ferrari was, quite simply, fatter than the Red Bull one. These constraints significantly affected the car's performance, making it less streamlined, less efficient, and ultimately less competitive. The SF-23's chassis proved to be a hurdle Ferrari could not overcome, a wall they could not climb. These constraints significantly affected the car's performance, making it fatter than the Red Bull one. Beyond the chassis, Ferrari's inconsistencies and tire wear struggles were largely due to the SF-23's aerodynamics. The aerodynamics of a car can be a tricky beast to tame, and in the case of the SF-23, it was like wrestling with a lion. The aero map of the SF-23 dictated its sensitivity to yaw, an angle that describes how much a car is turning. This sensitivity turned out to be particularly troublesome in windy conditions. Picture this. You're driving at high speeds, the wind is gusting, and your car is sensitive to even the slightest change in direction. It's not exactly a walk in the park, is it? This sensitivity affected the confidence of Ferrari's drivers, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, making it even more challenging to maintain control and speed. In the end, despite its promising start, the SF-23's aerodynamic inconsistencies proved to be its downfall.